Okay, I'm not even taking off my jacket. I just want to make this video about what happened today. Basically, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I got a message from this guy, from this agent, and I might take off my jacket actually. Why not? And getting a bit hot. And he basically said like, can you drive? And I was like, yeah, I can drive. And he said, can you show me a picture of your license or something like that? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. So I sent him a picture of my driving license. And then he said, are you free on Friday? And I said, yeah, I am. And then on Wednesday, he sent me another message kind of saying, are you free today? And I was like, well, not today because I was going off to teach a private class or whatever. And then today I said, well, I'm free Friday. And then he said, well, are you free now? And I was like, this was like at 1 o'clock or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure. Where do I have to be? So he sent me the location, and I got a DD. I said to him, which is a Chinese Uber, I said to him, "You'll pay my transport, right? You'll pay for the car." He said, "Yeah, sure." And so I went off on this DD. I quickly shaved and whatever, and the taxi was about 40 minutes south of Tianjin, so pretty close getting into Hebei. Very close to Hebei, to the border. But rocked up to this place. It was the wrong place, and that's like countryside out there. So being a foreigner, just standing around in this community, everyone was sort of like started to take an interest in me a little bit, but in a subtle way, in a polite way. People just wandered over to sort of have a look. But anyway, he sent me another location, and that was about 3 kilometers away. Got another taxi there, and this was even like more countryside. This is like like single level, like village type situation, and like you get all over Hebei and Shandong and I assume other places. And there's like this test track there. So I went to this test track, and there's big electric trucks buzzing about, and had to wait around for a little while, and then got picked up in this like electric SUV. And inside the SUV are like all these little cameras and stuff, and there's like 3 young guys in the back with like laptops, and so it was really like a little bit James Bond, or felt like I was in the in the Tesla factory or something like that. And they took me off to this building, went up to the second floor. This young lady, about who knows, 20s, early 30s, something like that, young lady, explained to me. She was explaining to me in Chinese, but once she got into the like specific details of like, you'll have to look at like this specific part of the vehicle, whatever, I was just like, let's switch to English because my Chinese isn't that great. And so anyway, she went through what I had to do. Basically, I had to like drive this car, and every time like they said 1, that was like look straight ahead, and then 2, that was like look at like a different part of the vehicle. So they had different stickers around that I had to look at. So I just had to like look, look straight ahead, and I had to like sometimes move my head to look, and sometimes I just had to like use my like eyes to look. And she had this little device to like measure my eyes, measure how big they are, and she's like, "Oh, your eye is so big." So that was pretty funny. And then after the test, like they said I did a good job. So after the test, they said like you can drive the car as fast as you want to drive it. And like the test track, it's pretty big, this test track. I mean, I was only in one small area of the test track as well. Probably about, who knows, like about a 10-acre kind of area. But the test track's even bigger. Like they have like a mock highway and everything. But I should have asked if I could go on that part of the track, but I just stayed in this like area. So I had like about, I don't know, like 1,000 meters where I could kind of go backwards and forwards. And when they first told me I could go as fast as I wanted, because the whole test had been like 25, 30, and I had to keep going back, turning around and stuff. So when they said like you can go as fast as you want, I was like, yeah, okay. And I actually accelerated really hard when I was finishing a turn, and the vehicle like jumped, it just jumped. And then I got it up to maybe like 100, and then I went, and then she said, the young lady said, look, it's okay, you can get it up as fast as you want, like it's fine. So I went like right to the edge of the track of this 1,000 meters, maybe more, maybe like 1,400 meters, who knows. And I went right to the end of the barrier, and then I turned it around and I got it straight, and I just had like a pretty rapid acceleration, like it was a fair bit of force. And I think it clicked over to like 141, 142, you know, which was pretty fun. It was pretty good fun. I mean, I've told friends that, and they've said like, oh, you should have got it up to like 180 or something. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just never good enough for people, is it? But yeah, that was really cool, and got my DD paid for coming home as well. Got that paid for coming home. Yeah, so I'm not going to say how much I got, because it's like the speed thing, you know. Some people will say, oh, that's not enough, or some people will say, it's too much, or whatever. I mean, who knows? But yeah, they want me back. You know, this company, they're not a car company. They just test cars. They just do these like safety checks on them. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. It'll be great to have this little extra part-time job. So it just goes to show, like, there's always things happening in China, and it can be a lot of fun. So if you're thinking about coming over here, just do it.